In today's video, we are going to be building this insane raid farm, as well as this massive slime farm, and 2 other automatic farms which will help us progress in our ultra hardcore world. Also, only a small percentage of you that are watching are subscribed to my channel, so if you could hit that subscribe button, it would really mean a lot. So to start things off, we're going to get rid of our little iron farm and getting prepared to build a much more impressive one. But for this, we're going to need villagers and lots of them, and as you can see, all of mine are currently zombie villagers. Here is a list of items that we'll need to build this farm. As you can see, it's a really simple design, but I'll always be working in the background as long as I'm around my base. Once I'd collected all the materials, I found a spot just outside my starter house to build the farm. I didn't want it to be too far away, as I wanted it to always be running in the background when I'm in the area. Once it was built, it didn't take long before we had an army of nitwits. Now our next farm is one that I've seen a lot of my favourite YouTubers building lately, and that is a raid farm. Our current one is really sketchy and nearly gets me killed every time I use it, and this one is super easy to build. Now considering how many items this farm produces, it was one of the easiest farms that we built in this video. It only took an hour to complete the build from start to finish, and that was with me messing up a few times as well. Later on in the video, we're going to do an hour AFK session at each of these farms to see how many items they produce. I then added on this pathetic attempt at building a storage system. Eventually I'll learn how to build an item sorter, but for now this will do the job. One of the main problems I had whilst building the raid farm was that I kept running out of rockets whilst flying back and forth, as I hardly had any sugarcane, so the next one on the list is to build an automatic sugarcane farm. I travelled to the nearby desert and grabbed some sand for the build. My idea for this farm is to have it in the side of the mountain so that you'll never know that there's actually a farm working away in the background. We got to work clearing out a big enough area so that we can have at least a few of these machines set up and running, so that hopefully we won't have to worry about rockets anymore. Although this design is super simple to make, it's probably one of the most resource intense builds that I've done so far, as the whole farm is pretty much run off of pistons and observers, which really aren't cheap to make. And that right there is one fully complete farm. Now all we need to do is to repeat this a few more times and we'll have a fully functioning sugarcane farm. That's the second layer now complete. We're also going to now add a couple of water streams to collect the sugarcane and add 2 more layers on top of the layers that we've already built. That's layer 4 now complete. All we need to do is make a collection system. We also have plenty of room to expand this farm downwards if we need to. We then made a quick stop into the nether to get some soul sand to make the bubble elevator work. We also built a small collection system, as I'm not expecting this farm to be overflowing with items, so this will do the job for now. The final farm that we're going to build today is a slime farm. This is one of my favourite ones to build. Ever since slimes first got released, I thought they were the coolest mob. We're definitely going to need to set up our beacon for this one though. And finally, 3 totems later, we managed to get work started. It's a good job I have a raid farm now. Now that the digging is done, all we need to do now is fill in each of the layers just like this for about another 7 or 8 times. Okay, so we're now going to do a 1 hour AFK session at each of our farms that we've built this episode and see how many items we end up with. We ended up getting just over 7 stacks of slime balls, which isn't too bad considering I only ended up actually AFKing for around 50 minutes. We also got over 9 stacks of sugarcane, which is really good as well for the rates that we was getting. I was only able to do around 20 minutes at the raid farm as my storage got completely full with all the items that you get from it. As you can see though, we managed to get 14 stacks of emerald in 20 minutes, which is absolutely insane. Yeah, as you can imagine, that's going to be a lot of items for an hour session. If you did enjoy the video, please could you hit that subscribe button and drop me a comment down below with any suggestions that you want to see in the series.